All right, so I was asked what I have learned from my last heartbreak and how to let go. So let's talk about it. My last heartbreak definitely taught me a lot. I mean, my real last heartbreak was realizing that my ex-husband and I won't spend the future together. And I mean, you build together, you do that with a thought of this is your forever partner. Realizing that it probably just isn't meant to be is very soul crushing. In the end, I decided that I need to do what's right by me and what I feel like is the right thing for Nola to do as well. Yeah, I had to go through that, and yeah, you learn a lot along the way. You learn about your own boundaries, how much you can take, what you're capable of, what you are willing to accept, what you're willing to endure, but also what you do not want to do, and what your priorities are, what your values are, where you stand at. And how to let go, that's a hard one. I was before in a state where I felt like, everybody's pointing fingers. You're like, yeah, but he did this, but she did this. And in the end, I had to come to peace with the thought of we weren't meant to be together. It wasn't supposed to be, and that is okay. And you gotta move on, and you gotta figure your own stuff out. You gotta figure your life out. You gotta figure out who is meant for you and what you really want in your life. And a heartbreak or a breakup like that teaches you a lot about what you want in your life and what type of person you want in your life. And also it makes you a little more cautious about who you're going to turn to and who you're going to talk to. Ever since that breakup, I haven't been in a relationship. I think it's not meant to be just yet. And if it is right, if it feels right, and if I'm being shown by that other person that he's the right person for me, then I will definitely open up to it. I am just very much a person that is a lot about actions. Actions are super important to me. So if I realize, so I'm somebody who puts in a lot of effort for someone if I care for them. That's just my type of love language. If I care for you, I will do anything for you pretty much. But if I realize after a while that it's not being reciprocated, then I pull myself back and focus again on myself, put the energy into myself, because it can be draining, It is draining when you pour into somebody else's cup all the time, but what is being poured back is not as much or not at all. So just being cautious there about what you want, how you want it. Yeah, also being honest with yourself. And I promised myself back then that I won't date or try. I mean, you never can 100%, I mean, feelings are feelings. But that I will try to not date somebody for their potential, but for who they actually are in that moment. Because there are so many people out there that do have potential, but not everybody is willing to work on that and to grow into that person, and that is totally fine. But you gotta remember that there's a difference between what you want to see and what is actually there. So that's a tough one. But yeah, overall, through heartbreak and letting go, you learn a lot about yourself and how you want to live your life, who you want to have in your life, and what you want for yourself.